Hello everyone and welcome to the September 2022 Energetic Insights. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Depika Mystery and I'm an intuitive guide, energy healer, coach and a consultant. And for 3 years now, I've been sharing these insights on a month-by-month basis, and it's really geared up for those of you that are becoming more and more consciously aware of your intuitive and energetic abilities and are looking for some practical guidance to help you to navigate your way through. So if that sounds like you, welcome, you're here at the right place. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that I've been doing these insights since 2019. I did the first one in September 2019 and I probably had 1 or 2 viewers of this. One of them was me, and then there was a really good friend of mine based out in Chicago, and she watched them every single month. And because of her and the feedback that she gave me, I kept going, and I just said to myself, if these videos serves one person, I'm going to carry on and do it every month. And now I think there's quite a few of you that are watching these on a month-by-month basis, and I love hearing from you. I love when you DM me or comment on YouTube, on Instagram, and just tell me how these videos have served you and how they've helped you navigate the energies of the month. Oh my goodness, I just feel like I'm really serving my purpose here. So thank you for watching these videos and for commenting. And let's see how long I keep going for. So thank you for that. All right, let's move into the energies, the themes for this month and the energies. So the energies this month, oh my goodness, it's going to be, it feels like a month where we've got some space and some time to just really reset ourselves on multiple levels. There's a sense of preparing for what's to come. The energies for October, November and December are going to be quite wild and a little bit bonkers. So this month is a really good opportunity to slow down, to rest, to reset and refocus inwards. And there's this massive sense of preparation. So you don't need to know what that means or how to do it. The more you go inwards, your inner guidance will tell you, your guides will tell you, and you will be guided. So this is really about trusting and really deeply connecting with yourself. And there's a real big strength in this. It's almost like our muscles of resilience, personal power, trust, and this inner knowing is going to get a massive workout this month, and it's going to be strengthened and elevated. So it's a really good opportunity just to slow down. You don't have to do anything. There's a whole wide cosmic team that is helping you, guiding you, and your higher self is also guiding you on this journey. What the guides also said, this is a really good month to process what you haven't processed. So really pay attention to what is being triggered. Really pay attention to what's coming up. Pay attention to the grief, the shame, the addictions, the sadness and the pain and the trauma that is coming up. All of these things are coming up for you to process because they are unprocessed, and you are strong enough and you are ready to process this. And the more we're able to process what we have unable to process in the past, the more space we have, and we're going to need that space as these new energies start to come in over the next couple of months. And so we're going to have more space to allow this to come up. Otherwise, it's just going to be absolutely bonkers for us. So just know that you're constantly being divinely guided and supported. And what the guides also said and wanted you to know is that the more you hold on to the unprocessed stuff, the more it kind of tends to hurt you, and the more you tend to react and be in that victim mentality. And they want to remind you that it is a choice. So each and every moment you've got a choice to choose differently. And they want you to remember that you are not a victim of your circumstances. Your life experiences, the people that you meet, the work that you do, and I'll talk a bit more about it in the coming themes, it all serves a purpose. Even if your mind doesn't understand it right now, you will be able to see the purpose that it does serve. So it's going to be a really interesting month ahead. Right, before we move on to the themes for this month, let's take a moment to revisit the themes from August. And they were Awakening Earth, in between space, love and personal power, and shifting timelines. And I really feel that the love and personal power and from the August insights and honoring grief from the July insights is probably worth another visit and a watch, because I feel that a lot of these things are going to be coming up and we're going to be stepping more and more into our personal power and expanding it. So do go back and watch, I think, the July and the August insights again, because it's almost like the penny will drop for a number of you guys, because sometimes it's like we have to experience it and then we watch and reflect back and it's like, that experience is linked to this, and the more awareness that we become with, the more we feel that we have a sense of control in our life without it being that kind of control, and with that links up with manipulation. So it's a control from a place from your heart and a place of inner knowing. All right, let's move on to the first theme this month. And the first theme this month is called Intimate Moments. And oh my goodness, there is going to be an amazing opportunity to go really deep within ourselves and start to explore the different aspects of ourselves that are either been hiding because of shame, judgment, the shadow parts of ourselves, because it's almost like we've got these different aspects of ourselves that is just waiting to come home. And the guides have a message here as well. The guide said, now is the time to go deeper inside yourself and develop a more intimate, compassionate, and loving relationship with all parts of self. Your shadow parts are not to be shamed. There are parts of you that you have forgotten how to love. So that's a really powerful message from the guides. And one thing to note is that I can hear many of you go, but how do I do that? What is the first step in doing that? And the guides want you to know there is no how to guide. There is not a step-by-step process. This is really about being open in a state of curiosity and stepping into a state of a childlike being. It's like, wow, that's just showed up. I wonder what that's about. I wonder where that's come from. I wonder why it's here. I wonder how it helps me. Oh, I wonder who it is. And it's having that curiosity without judging, without shaming. Our first instance is, oh, that ugly part of me's come out. I don't want anything to do with it. I hate it. And then we start to kind of beat ourselves up. So pay attention if you find yourself going into that kind of beating yourself up, and just recognize it goes, hold on a second. How can I be more curious about this, the thing that I'm beating myself up about? How can I step more into a childlike being? Or just set the intention, I'm beating myself up about this. I wonder how it would feel like to be curious about what's showing up for me here. And then what the guides were also saying is that, these intimate moments are great. It's a great opportunity for us to really start accepting ourselves as we are. And oftentimes we tell ourselves, yeah, of course I accept myself. Of course I love myself. But there's so many different layers. And when we really start to accept ourselves, and we have this sense of, what if this is all there is? What if nothing ever changes in my life? Can I be okay with this? And when you can really feel that answer that, you know what? Yes, I'm okay with this. On some levels, I've designed this, so I'm really okay with it. And it's not something that you fake it till you make it. It's a real deep sense of acceptance, and that is a journey in itself. And it's more of a feeling than a doing or a thinking thing. It's a feeling thing, and it's a state of being. And when you step into that state of being, you will, different parts of yourself will start to come home. So you're going to start to feel like this. You're going to start to feel that. What's the word I'm looking for? You're going to start to feel more whole, more grounded, more peaceful, and just like this deeper sense of knowing that I'm exactly where I need to be right now. I know there's a narrative and it's all cliched, especially in the spiritual world. I'm exactly where I need to be, and but it's not what you tell yourself, it's a feeling. So really allow yourself to just step into that and expand and allow different parts of yourself to come back home to yourself. And what you may find this month is that as you take this intimate journey within yourself, your trauma will show up, the pain, the addiction, the shame, the shadows, the grief. And what you will find is the right people will start to show up to support you to navigate your way through, because you are never alone. You're never doing this journey alone. People, places, things always show up when you need them the most to help you. The question is, are you brave enough to accept that help? So that's a really, really cool theme for this month. All right, let's move on to the second theme for this month. This theme is called Leave the Past Behind. How many of you carry your past wounds and trauma into the present and start acting on them and start reacting on them? Yeah, it's a very, 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 very common thing. And what the guides want you to know, and they have another message here. I think all the themes this month, they've just like, we have a message. Can you just deliver this message? So the messages from the guide is, and they're like, dear humans, step out of your minds and step into your heart. It is here where you'll be able to see the divine nature of your life. You are always being guided. There is more cosmic support than your tiny brains can fathom. The question is, can you trust and surrender? So can you trust and surrender? And I know some of you are like, no, I'm just going to get the duvet. I'm going to hide underneath the covers. I don't want anything to do with this. But there's a few of you guys I know, it's like, oh, I'm going to peek out of the covers and I'm going to feel into this trust and surrender. That's all you need to do. And the rest is kind of taken care of it. And it's not something that has to be a massive event. Just remember that every day, every hour, every minute, there is an opportunity for you to leave the past behind. And that past behind could be a narrative. And I think for most of us, it's narrative. Oh yeah, I am like this because of my parents, or I'm like this because I'm carrying this past life baggage, or I'm like this because, of karma, or I'm like this because whatever it is, right? Pay attention to those narratives. And oftentimes we have those narratives because they serve a purpose. And for many of us, we have stories. And we need those stories because we want to be the hero. We want to feel special. So when we have these narratives, they have this kind of cyclical effect. Like in order for you to be a hero, you need to be able to rescue someone. In order to rescue someone needs to be a victim. And for someone to be a victim, there needs to be a perpetrator. So you end up playing all those roles and you get stuck in your own drama triangle. So really pay a close attention to your narratives and remember, you have an opportunity to choose to carry on those narratives, and it may be a different narrative, different scenario with a different group of people or different life experience, but the underlying narrative is always the same. The underlying desire is always the same. That need to be someone special, that need to be a hero, that need to be seen, that need to be heard. And if you feel those needs, just check in with yourself and just like, okay, what's the narrative here? What are my expectations? What am I playing out here? And what are the stories around this? And why am I holding on to this? What purpose does that serve? And then you can just say, okay, I'm going to play this out. So you play it out consciously. And when you play it out consciously, you consciously make that choice to say, you know what, I'm going to choose right now in this moment. I know this is what I'm doing. I know it's not healthy for me, but I'm going to consciously play this out. And at some point, you can then choose to say, you know what, I wonder what it would be like if I choose something different and not play this same story out. I wonder how that would feel. And that is all you need to take the next steps. And what the guides were saying is oftentimes we don't choose that kind of curiosity step, because when we choose it, we have to kind of first come face to face with the narratives and the stories and the expectations that we have on ourselves and that we tell ourselves. And that journey in itself, to come face to face with, these narratives, it hurts the ego, because the egos have developed them to keep us safe. to protect us, to make us feel good about ourselves. So if we don't have these stories, where does our self-worth come from? How do we feel good about ourselves? And that's why many of us really struggle to step into it and then always default back into these narratives. But this month, that you're going to have like these little tiny doors that are going to be popping up where you can walk through, and as you walk through them, you've got a massive opportunity to leave the past behind, and it's going to be much easier than it has ever been for us, in that you just have to consciously choose and be willing to face these stories, to be honest with yourself, without shaming, without judging, just accepting and honoring those stories for what it was and how it served you, and recognizing that you no longer need to carry that forward because you're not where you're going. It's not needed there. You just need to create space this month. So there's a massive theme here around creating space. All right, let's move on to the third theme this month. The third theme is called life review. Oh my goodness. And the way that I saw this theme this month was really like, imagine an ancient textbook opening up and all the pages kind of flicking away. So it's going to be an incredible month this month to really start to see your life and the experiences that you've had, the people that you've met, the work that you do, and how all these tiny little pieces all start to fit together and has brought you into this moment. And it's brought you here, and what you've learned from it and the purpose that it served. And the guides also had another kind of message for this theme, and I'm going to read that out to you now. And the message was, everything in your life has been divinely designed with a purpose. The experiences that you've had, the people that you meet, the work that you do. It is all for you. You are the creator of this life that you live. The question is, can you see the greatness of the purpose each piece serves you? So, can you see the greatness of the purpose and how each of the pieces in your life has served you? And it's really easy for us to be looking back at our experiences and looking back at the people that we've met and looking at them as shame or judgment or just negatively. But what about if every single person that you meet, every single experience that you have, there's a purpose behind it? Your mind might not know it, but your heart does know it. And it is something that you have kind of designed yourself and you've signed up for your greater, I can't find the words for it, but it's almost like you've signed up for it for your own kind of personal journey on a more cosmic and soul level. So this month it's going to be a great opportunity. I know many of us kind of take it in December, we kind of reflect back on the year gone and reflect on our life to set the new intentions for the year to come. But this month, really because it's a month to really slow down and rest, take moments to reflect on your life, the people that have come into your life, the places that you've visited, the work that you do, the experiences that you've had, and just kind of think, how has this served me? What has been the purpose behind this? How has it brought me here? And I can look back on my own life and meeting, and if this friend is watching, she'll know who she is. As I met somebody, a really good friend of mine now, met her at this kind of medical intuition workshop that I did in London. I think it must have been in 2020. And she's another energy healer, spiritual counselor. And, and I look back and I'm just like, the conversations that we've had, the ways in which she's pushed me, the healers and the teachers that she's introduced me to, all of those little pieces has led me to where I am right now. And oftentimes we don't realize that people and things come into our life to help us. And I think it's a really great month to kind of look back and see how our experiences, the people that we met, and where we were born, how we were born, the family that we were born into, how it's actually shaped us and how it's actually given us the tools that we need and how it's actually served a greater purpose in terms of where we are going. And I think as we reflect on that, it makes it really profound in terms of, I think many of us are going to have really profound realizations this month. It's like, oh my goodness, if it wasn't for these things, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be thinking in this way, I wouldn't be doing things in this way. So there's a great opportunity to this month to really expand our level of awareness and see the bigger picture at play, and see how the different pieces of our life starts to fit together as a whole. And as we go through this month, there's going to be this kind of really deep sense of knowing within yourself, within this heart space, this, you know what, I don't actually know here, but I know here. I don't know what it is, but I know that I'm on point. And that knowing comes with a sense of peace, comes with a sense of freedom, and it comes with a sense of just expansion without having to do anything, without needing to know what's to come. There's this kind of ability to kind of just allow things to flow because you're in a state of trust and surrender. So see how all these themes are linking up this month. It's a really powerful month in the most subtlest way. All right, let's move on to the fourth and final theme. And the fourth and final theme for this month is called Cosmic Reboot. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to start off with a message from the guides for this. And they say, as we head into a season of major cosmic light frequency shifts, many of you will experience an energetic cosmic reboot of your operating system. So that sounds a little bit bonkers, doesn't it? But what it means is that I feel that many of us are going to have experiences this month that can be a little bit what's the word I'm looking, a little bit unbalancing, a little bit freaky, or a little bit wonder what that's about. And so the guides are really saying, just take things slow this month. Don't try to figure out why you're having this experience, and be mindful when you start to attach a narrative or attach a meaning to the experience. Like, oh yeah, I had this dream, and this dream is about this, 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 and this, and this is what I'm going to do. And there's such a fix on that. Just be the observer. Notice the dreams. Notice your intentions. Notice where your attention is. Notice your energy. Notice your fear, and just be an observer. That is going to be the most powerful tool for you this month, to just be an observer. And as you observe, you'll see all these little pieces coming up, and it's like, wow, and there's no need to attach a meaning. There's no need to attach a narrative to it. And some of you may also feel this sense of contraction and needing to cocoon, and that is okay, because what's going to be happening as you get this cosmic reboot, like many of you, your senses are going to be turned up, so that you're going to feel extra sensitive to the world around you. So you're going to need to cocoon, so your whole kind of body, your mind, and your energetic system can rebalance itself and reconfigure itself. So be really gentle with yourself. And what the guides were also saying is that your heart is going to be activated with more cosmic intelligence. So that can mean different things for different people. It could mean that your psychic abilities are being enhanced, your intuition is being enhanced, your dreams are more, you're going to have dreams that are like premonition based. So just pay attention and just allow the process to flow through you. You don't need to know what's happening. You just got to stay open and be the observer. So many of us are going to, this month, we're going to experience really profound sense of healing, clearing, messages from our guides, activations in our dream states, and just everyday kind of living experience. So, and the guides want to just leave you with the last message is rest, rest, rest. It's all about to take off. So There we are. That is the end of the insights this month. Thank you again for watching. If you have enjoyed these insights, please do go and share it with your loved ones, your families, your friends. Leave a comment below or give us a thumbs up if you're watching this on YouTube, a like or a heart if you're watching this on Instagram or Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and every month you'll get a notification when these insights go live. And then if you're needing extra support this month, do come and join the energetic alignment sessions, which is the group healing journeys. This month is taking place on Sunday, September the 18th. I've got it all mixed up, at 6 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Pacific. And the theme this month is called Life Review. And the guys just want to leave you with a final message, which is take time to breathe, rest, and go inwards. This month and the coming months are going to be a bit bonkers. So I hope you enjoy these insights, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Have a good month. Bye for now.